So thank you. Wow, the support on my first video was kind of crazy. Thank you for all the kind words, everybody that's gonna support me on doing this. This is gonna be fun. I can't stick around though. I got a lot of meetings I gotta get to, so let's go. I had somebody ask me, what fills the most of my time as a student entrepreneur? And it's meetings, to be honest. I mean, cause like, you're always like talking to someone else. You're always getting resources, using other people's resources, wanting to use other people's time to, you know, grow your thing and what you want to do. So it is a lot of meetings. It's a lot of talking to people. This meeting is about the game, this card game that I'm releasing, which I'm so excited for you guys to find out about it. It's one of Artboard's flagship brands. I like to think of Artboard as like this big cloud, and then like all the other brands, all the brands that we own and that we operate and that we curate to be amazing experience for you guys, all our little raindrops that come from it. So this card game is one of those brands, and it's gonna be fun. My mentor, he's great. We talk about a lot of stuff. I've known him for a long time, so it's gonna be great. You can't get any more. I'm excited. There's some proprietary things, you know. You're gonna like it. But let's direct our attention here. I like going into meetings and having notes. I know I'm not somebody who, I don't like my time wasted. I don't want to waste anybody else's time. So I like going in with notes, at least for me and what I want to talk about. And those notes, oh wait, it's called obvious. If you're not on TikTok, get on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, follow me, please. That's it. The game, obviously, marketing, and TikTok. We're gonna be doing some cool stuff with TikTok. So please stay tuned for that. Oh, there he is. That meeting was great. I didn't vlog the end of it because I had to run. I'm on my way to eat something right now. And what else? I don't know. These days kind of blur together sometimes, but meeting was great. Made great strides on the game and working that out. I'm so excited for you guys to see it. It's gonna come out soon. Let's go eat. Meeting got pushed back to 3. No, sorry, meeting got pushed back to 4. I thought it was at 3, so I have about like 2 hours after the last meeting to get some work done. I'm eating my sushi with my hands because there was no chopsticks, and I feel like eating with a fork is breaking cultural rules. Feels weird. All right, I'm back in the lab because meeting got changed again to 3:30, which I'm okay. I'm pretty flexible. And this side of campus is a lot closer to the meeting location. So I'm back here for like 30 minutes. Yeah, like 26 minutes. Shit, let me show you this place. This place is sick, actually. So this is the lab that I'm gonna be working out of, and my team works out of to do all the things that we want to do. You kind of already seen the board over there, so I'm not gonna show you that. There's a ton of boards, space for students and other teams. I think right now there's about 5 other teams. Well, like I would say at any time, there's probably about 10 teams, student startups that work out of this lab and use all these facilities. They, space for people to have team meetings, to work together. I won't show that because that's somebody's business model canvas, which if you're a student entrepreneur and you don't know about the business model canvas, get on it, learn that. There's some more boards which I have to blur. That's another business model student canvas. business model canvas. There's some whiteboards that you can, wipe down and stuff. That's our stuff, so I won't blur that out. There's a projector when you want to project stuff. A little station. Oh man, let's turn the camera around. So, so some stationary stuff over there. It's kind of all over the place, but everybody in this area is all over the place. And you can kind of work from everywhere. Here's the big space. These windows are flipping huge, right? So yeah, I got 15 minutes. 15 minutes to do some work, get some stuff done. Maybe I'll make a TikTok. Yeah. Let me know if you guys are also working on content and want to figure out how to grow your business and get your face out there. Let me know if that's something you guys want me to show you, something you guys want me to talk about. I'm huge on content. The world is huge on content. All right, so Kevin didn't really do a good job at adding value to you yesterday about telling and explaining how you could benefit from meetings. So let's go over the do's and the don'ts of taking meetings. So first, let me explain what is a meeting. Obviously, a meeting is when two people get together and they talk. But in a business sense, as an entrepreneur, a meeting is something that you do with somebody that you're trying to leverage something out of. And specifically for this really quick 5-minute explanation, we're gonna talk about meetings with investors. We're gonna talk about meetings with new potential members or employees or anybody that's gonna be a part of your business internally. And we're gonna talk about scheduling meetings that are just networking. Let's talk, let's grab coffee. Let me talk to you, you talk to, whatever. I'm explaining this way too much. All right, let's get started. So the first one, be nice to everybody. I say that this is the first one because you never know when you're gonna need somebody. You never know who will vouch for you when you're not in their presence, or the people that will tarnish your brand and kill any opportunity because they know that you're an asshole. I literally am a prime example of this. Before I got the funding, there was some mix-ups and just a situation happened and I really didn't know. It really almost halted this whole thing. My whole company almost tanked. And literally because I was nice and appreciative, the people who gave me this funding, Meg and James, if you're out there, hi, love you guys. They literally helped me out. They helped me figure it out, plus Abby, and they worked this out. Literally being nice to everyone I come in contact with has afforded me to get this far in my career and will only push it so much further. Second one, and I cannot stress this enough, make it personal. If I had to rank these in order, I would probably put be nice first and put be personal second, or interchange them, one first and the other second on a good day, and on a bad day make the other one. But making it personal, I think, is very important and goes underrated. In a lot of business, you hear a lot of people say it's not personal, and I think to a degree it should be. When I meet with a new investor or when I meet with a new partner, especially if I'm meeting with a potential employee, it only works in my benefit to make it personal to that person. I want them to really understand, and my team to understand, that I'm not invested in you so that you can make me money. I'm invested in you because I want to see you execute everything that you want to do with your career. I want to watch you grow. I want to watch you take off. I want to be your biggest fan. I want to help you. And there's a place that we can mutually benefit from of doing it together. So it's growing together, and that's how you make it personal. For an investor, when they buy into you, they're not buying you. Well, some of them buy you for your product, but the good investors are gonna buy you for you. There's a coach that I work with at the Simone Center. Actually, hold on real quick. Some at me, some at the camera.
Yeah, sure.
Let me just make sure.
Oh, yeah, that's up to you.
Frame
Whatever you want.
fairly well.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
okay. All right, so this man right here has done so much, invested in so many companies, financially made a lot of money. Obviously, we won't disclose Anthony Testa, but he has a great blurb that I live by and that I learned in his accelerator this summer, and I'd love for you to share.
Sure.
I want to hear from you.
Sure. So the blurb we're talking about is I'd rather invest in an A team with a B idea any day over a B team with an A idea. And that's because I believe that the A team with the B idea will figure out a way to pivot that idea into an A idea, right? Because they're the A team.
Yeah.
And the B team, they might not even get any traction, no matter, because even though the idea is amazing, they just might not know what to do with it. So always invest in the team over the idea.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You got it, man.
Man, Anthony Testa, literally one of my biggest fans. No, I'm his biggest fan. We could be mutually biggest fans, but I think being someone who's invested in a ton of companies, but really invested in people, you make it personal, and you let your investor know you have the chops. You can do what needs to be done to get to the next round, to get to the next best product, to get to the next newest market. And you want to do that, and you can only do that efficiently by making it personal. All right, and the last do. All right, this one, add value to them first, is gonna seem a tad bit controversial, but it has worked for me so far. And this is what I mean. You go into a meeting and you immediately say, hey, I want us to work together. I really feel that with your money, I can make more money for myself and my company. And with your labor, I feel like you could really work really hard for me. And you can make my product amazing. And if me and you network, then I could siphon all your connections off and use them for myself. You're not adding value, and that's immediately gonna turn them off. I've been to so many meetings and I'm talking to so many people that talk so much about them, that the conversation never pivots to what we can do for each other. And so if you always go into a meeting with the mindset of I'm gonna add value to you first before I add value to myself, then I think you're in a mindset to make a better connection, a more genuine connection, and to make a more stronger relationship between you and that partner. If I go into a meeting with you and I say, hey, you're a potential investor. I know the amount of companies that you've worked for, the amount of people that you've invested in, and you have a great portfolio. You're doing something that's really awesome, and I love that you particularly invest in these sort of companies. This is where I want to work. This is my story, this is my background, and I really feel that you are the most amazing person to offer mentorship and to grow another amazing business, for your portfolio. And I really feel that I'm gonna work really hard to make sure that I'm a great addition to your portfolio. That's how you add value to an investor. All right, so you can't have some do's without some don'ts. So let's talk about the don'ts. And I think the first one, the last do that I just talked about, relates very much back to this don't. Don't take the money angle first. When you go and as soon as you sit down and you talk to somebody and you immediately bring up money, it's like a social sin. It's kind of counterintuitive to what calling a meeting with somebody and trying to build a partner would do. You're making your credibility be based off of numbers and money and material things, and I think people are a little bit more than that. So I would never approach it from the money angle first. An example of what going the money angle first looks like is if you are a freelancer and somebody wants to commission you for a new art piece. You go, you sit down and you say, hey, it's nice to meet you. How are you doing today? I'm the client. I'm like, I'm doing well. How are you doing? And you're like, good. That's going to cost you $6,000 to put my mural up on your board. That doesn't set a good tone for the rest of the conversation. The person's going to be thrown. You're going to be pissed because more than likely they're not going to like it, or they're going to whittle you down if they're really desperate for it. But there's a million other artists. They could find another mural that suits their needs perfectly for less money. So you really have kind of thrown a wrench in your whole conversation by approaching it for money first. Big no-no. All right, and this is the last one we'll talk about because I'm coming up on 5 minutes, or I've already passed it. I don't know. The timer has been there, or maybe I just decided to put a timer now. Who cares? Cold emails, cold calls. That's so outdated. I don't really feel like people want that anymore. I definitely don't want it. I had someone kind of just cold turkey email me talking about, joining the company, and I was like, I'm sorry, but I don't even recognize the name or the number. We don't have any mutual connections.
I don't even know where you're sitting at.
So, and you never established that in an email. It was just like, hey, I want value. I want you to pay me. Let me work for you. And that just doesn't work. Create a more genuine relationship. If you're using influencers to market your product, you wouldn't just DM the influencer and say, hey, how much do I pay you? Like, I don't think they want to be approached that way. I recommend you go the route of commenting on some of their content. Oh, that was so funny. Oh, that's so clever. Oh, that's amazing. Keep up, maintain that relationship even though they, aren't being a part of that, because people see that. I know the people that like and comment, most commonly on my social feeds. They know that too. And that makes and gives you an in when you're ready to establish that connection and have that conversation. All right, I hope that makes sense. I wanted to add some value with this vlog, and when I watched it back, I didn't really feel like there was any yet. So that's all, folks. Back to you. All right, done with meetings. I think I had like 4 meetings today. All went amazing. That's crazy. Like, I can't remember a day where I had so many meetings, and they all back to back to back were good. I wonder if that's a bad thing. If you had good, no way. Had so many meetings. It is 7:37. That's when my day on campus comes to an end before I go home and work. So now I'm going home to work, but we're gonna make a little pit stop first.
Hey, bro, are you high?
Why we going so fucking fast?
Stop, though.
Hell, what?
First place. Now we doing a second race, and I'm gonna beat them again. So that was really awkward. Sorry. Yeah, we're racing.
Yeah.